Your cat just stared directly into your eyes for 30 seconds straight without blinking. And that's not romantic. It's a feline emergency broadcast system. Right now, your pet is probably sending you urgent messages that you're completely missing because humans are notoriously terrible at understanding animal communication. These amazing animals have developed intricate ways to tell us exactly what they need, but we're too busy scrolling through our phones to notice their desperate attempts at interspecies conversation. The first major sign that'll blow your mind is the classic pacing routine. When your dog starts doing laps around the living room like they're training for the Olympics, they're not just burning off energy, they're trying to tell you something seriously wrong. This weird animal behavior typically means they need to go outside immediately, they're in pain, or they've spotted something that requires your immediate attention. Cats do this too, but with more dramatic flair, weaving between your legs while making increasingly urgent vocalizations that sound like they're auditioning for a feline opera company. Excessive hiding represents one of the most important animal fun facts that every pet owner needs to understand. When your normally social pet suddenly becomes a hermit, they're broadcasting a distress signal louder than a fire alarm. Animals instinctively hide when they're sick or injured because showing weakness in the wild means becoming someone's dinner. Your cat disappearing under the bed for days isn't them being antisocial. They're following millions of years of survival programming that says vulnerable animals should become invisible. This jaw-dropping wildlife behavior has saved countless lives when owners recognized it as a medical emergency rather than mood swings. The food strike phenomenon creates panic in pet owners worldwide, but it's actually one of the clearest communication methods in the animal kingdom. When your dog suddenly treats their favorite treats like poison, they're not being dramatic. They're telling you their stomach hurts, their teeth are bothering them, or something in their environment has changed dramatically. Cats are even more specific with their food protests, often refusing to eat near their water bowls because ancient instincts tell them that water near food could be contaminated by decomposing prey. Bathroom habit changes deserve immediate attention because they're nature's equivalent of sending an SOS signal. When your house-trained pet starts having accidents, they're desperately trying to communicate that something's medically wrong or they're experiencing extreme stress. Dogs might start peeing in inappropriate places to mark territory when they feel threatened, while cats often abandon their litter boxes when they're in pain or the box doesn't meet their incredibly high cleanliness standards. These hilarious animal facts become less funny when you realize your pet might be suffering in silence. Vocalization changes represent some of the most fascinating, funny animal behaviors that pet owners often misinterpret. When your normally quiet cat becomes a chatterbox, or your talkative dog goes silent, they're broadcasting important information about their physical or emotional state. Senior pets especially use voice changes to communicate confusion, pain, or disorientation. That midnight howling session isn't your dog trying to wake the neighborhood. They might be experiencing cognitive dysfunction or hearing loss that makes them feel isolated and scared. Destructive behavior patterns reveal complex animal psychology that goes way beyond simple mischief. When your pet suddenly decides to redecorate your house by shredding everything in sight, they're communicating intense anxiety, boredom, or medical issues. Dogs might destroy items that smell like their owners when experiencing separation anxiety, while cats often scratch excessively when they're stressed or have skin conditions. These amazing animals aren't plotting revenge. They're using the only communication tools available to express their discomfort. Sleep pattern disruptions provide crucial insights into your pet's well-being that many owners completely overlook. When your cat stops sleeping in their favorite sunny spot, or your dog can't get comfortable at night, they're telling you about pain, anxiety, or environmental changes that are affecting their quality of life. Senior pets often develop circadian rhythm disorders that make them confused about day and night cycles, leading to wandering and vocalization that seems random but actually follows a pattern of distress. Grooming obsessions or complete grooming abandonment both signal important messages from your furry friends. When cats stop grooming themselves, they're usually telling you they're too sick or depressed to maintain their normally impeccable standards. Conversely, over-grooming to the point of creating bald patches means they're dealing with stress, allergies, or skin conditions that require immediate attention. Dogs exhibit similar patterns, either ignoring their hygiene completely or licking themselves raw in specific areas that might be painful or irritated, Social behavior changes offer fascinating glimpses into animal communication that rival any nature documentary. When your friendly pet becomes withdrawn, or your independent cat suddenly becomes clingy, they're communicating shifts in their emotional or physical state. These animal kingdom surprises often indicate pain, cognitive changes, or environmental stressors that humans miss entirely. A dog that stops greeting family members enthusiastically might be dealing with joint pain, while a cat that suddenly wants constant attention could be experiencing anxiety or early stages of illness. Appetite fluctuations beyond simple pickiness reveal complex messages about your pet's internal state. When animals eat grass obsessively, they're often trying to settle upset stomachs or supplement their diet with nutrients they're missing. Sudden food guarding behavior might indicate resource anxiety or competition with other pets, while eating non-food items could signal nutritional deficiencies or compulsive disorders that require professional intervention. The final and perhaps most important sign involves changes in their interaction with their environment. When pets stop engaging with their favorite toys, avoid certain areas of the house, or seem confused about familiar routines, they're communicating cognitive or physical changes that need immediate attention. Senior pets especially use these behaviors to tell their humans about declining senses, mobility issues, or neurological changes that affect their daily lives. Understanding these communication methods transforms pet ownership from guesswork into meaningful conversations with your furry family members. These weird animal facts demonstrate that every behavior serves a purpose, every change carries meaning, and every pet is constantly trying to share their experiences with the humans they love. The animal kingdom operates on communication systems far more sophisticated than we typically recognize, and our pets are fluent speakers in languages we're only beginning to understand. Your pet isn't being difficult, dramatic, or deliberately problematic. They're having conversations with you every single day through behaviors that seem random, but actually follow logical patterns rooted in millions of years of evolution. Learning to recognize these signals can literally save your pet's life, while strengthening the bond between you and creating a relationship based on genuine understanding rather than frustrated guesswork. The next time your pet exhibits unusual behavior, remember they might be trying to tell you something incredibly important using the only communication tools available to them. They can't send text messages or leave sticky notes, so they rely on behavioral changes to share their experiences, needs, and concerns with the humans who care about them most. Which of these pet communication signs surprised you the most? And what weird behavior does your pet do that you've never been able to figure out? Share your most puzzling pet stories in the comments, because these animal communication mysteries are endlessly fascinating, and we all learn from each other's experiences. If this opened your eyes to your pet's secret language, smash that like button, share it with fellow pet lovers who need to decode their furry friends, and subscribe for more amazing animals content that'll make you the pet whisperer in your neighborhood.